Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be modding my shift boot assembly. I'm going to be providing everything that I used to mod it with, as well as where to find it and how to do it if you'd like to do the same. So without further ado, let's dive in. Alright, so here we have our gear shifter assembly. If you haven't already, I do have a video showing how to remove the shifter assembly. Unfortunately, it will not work for the Pontiac Solstice, but I have also included diagrams for the Solstice so that y'all can still get that out. So if y'all need it, it's there. Now, so today we're going to be modding this, and what I'm going to be modding it to is I'm going to be modding it to a different shift boot with yellow stitching. I got DDM's stick shift adapter, and I also have a yellow shift knob here for a, believe it or not, it's for a Mitsubishi, but I think it's real nice. It's kind of simple, simplistic, and it's got that yellow stitching. If you can't tell, my sky is yellow, so kind of bringing a little bit of the exterior to the interior. So if you're gonna be using, like, let's say DDM's shift boot here, as you can see, mine comes with this little plastic housing so I can just move the bezel over. But if you order from DDM, I don't know if their shift boot includes this plastic housing. If it doesn't, then you're gonna have to remove the plastic trim from the boot itself on your gear shift assembly to use that, which I'm not sure how to do that, so I'm not going to be showing you how to do that today, but I will show you, for those who have this housing, I'll show you how to move the bezel over. So to remove this bezel, it's pretty simple. As you can see, there's little clips here along the bezel. The easiest way I've found to remove these is to start from the top and then kind of work your way around. And it's easier if you do both clips at the same time instead of doing one and then the other. So you'll want to push these plastic pieces here, but be careful, as this chrome plastic, it's brittle. It's not bendable, kind of like your dash trim. It's real brittle. So something that helps is pushing that trim down and then pulling the black housing up at the same time to unlatch those, and then moving to the next ones, get those unhooked, and then just kind of working your way around until they're all unhooked. Some of them may be stubborn, as, like I said, this is a little more, it's less malleable and less likely to move on you. So, but once you get all those unclipped, see, even I'm having trouble, but once you get all those unclipped, that plastic bezel, you can just kind of scoot it up over the edge of the assembly. So I'm going to disconnect this here and we'll move on from there. Alright, so here we have the bezel. I do want to show y'all what the boot looks like without the bezel on it. So as you can see, there's no stitching involved around the bezel. It's all just glued on, so if you do want to use this factory plastic, it's just held on by some leather glue or cheap glue, so you can just peel it right off. But I don't want to deal with that hassle, so I ordered one that already had the plastic installed, and so that I wouldn't mess up my factory one. So if you are just doing this, of course you'll go in from the top, make sure you're not snagging on anything, make sure that your little clips here are lined up, but I'm not going to clip them in yet until I know everything is lined up. Make sure nothing's pinching and whatnot. If you do want the link for this boot, I will provide you with a link so that you can order this exact boot as well. Trying to be careful not to pinch the edges and break the stitches. and or break the bezel. That would really suck. Once I get this all lined up, we'll continue from there. Alright, so I got the bezel leveled out on my boot here. Now, whenever you do this, you want to make sure to slide it up from the top down, and be careful as the bezel is really sharp, so try not to cut whatever material you're putting it over. But just line up all the pins and push down, and once they're pushed down, you're all set to go. So this is on there pretty good. So next thing I'm going to do now is apply the DDM's shift adapter. Now, whenever you buy this, it will not come with any accessories like this nut. It only comes with a set screw and some Loctite, as well as some instructions. Not really instructions, but the shift knob that I bought, it did come with this nut here, as well as the inserts to match the thread for the adapter. So that is pretty awesome there. So this is pretty straightforward. I mean, just kind of slide it through here, keeping the nut underneath that, so that you're making sure your boot don't slide up and down as you're shifting. You want it to be anchored on by that nut and your shift knob. So I'm going to screw it in here until it's almost set. When I'm getting near to it, which is about right there. Okay, so one thing that you want to make sure to do is you want to make sure that your gear shift is straight up. Now, as you can tell, mine's kind of backwards right here. This is the right way up right here for the sky, and so mine's upside down, which is not really good. And if I kind of straighten it out, it's not really straight. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that this nut here and this gear shift head is oriented the right way. So you'll tighten it till it's the right way, and then you'll tighten the nut itself, or just hold the nut and do that until it's right side up. And once you're done that, you're done with your little mod there. Just slap it in your sky and you got yourself a nice looking boot and shift lever. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. I hope to see y'all next time. Y'all take care, and until then.